My first guest tonight is an author and a very funny comedian. Starting this fall, you can see his new animated series, My Life with Louie, on Fox. Please welcome to our show for the first time, Louie Anderson.
Very funny. Black Sabbath, very funny.
Thank you.
Very
That
funny.
wasn't Andy. No one.
Oh,
that was him, man. That was Ozzy.
That was so brilliant.
I know. He's like. And the other thing is, when we went to shoot that thing, we were like, Andy knew all the words. That was the scary thing. Someone like went and got the words, and Andy was like, "No, I know the words."
I know the words.
But before they said roll, I didn't know the words. That's the weird thing. They just came to me. Whoa.
Oh, it was
You were
quite
visited by the
frightening.
spirit of rock. Yeah.
It was great, though. I really had a big laugh.
Oh, good. You were watching it there on the monitor.
I watched your monologue, and then, you know, no, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. I have to say that I don't think people realize how good your band is.
They're a terrific band.
They're
Yeah.
really good.
Very nice. Very nice band.
And how good the show is.
Oh, well, that's
The
very
show's
nice
great.
of you.
I watched the show, actually.
Oh, well, thank you. What do you mean, actually?
Well, a lot of people don't watch
actually-
show. Well, I mean, I don't think a lot of people do watch late night shows that
They
are
thought
in
we're
show
on so
business.
late, yeah.
That are in show business, so I don't think a lot of people do.
Yeah, well, thank
Well,
you for
maybe they
doing
do. I
that.
don't
Yeah,
know.
sure. I don't know. We don't know what's going on out in the
Who
coast.
does know anything?
You know, here in New York, we're rooted
That's where,
here.
yeah, that's where it's happening.
Are you happy to be here in New York?
I'm
You
really
enjoying yourself?
excited because when I was in New York, I had my 3,153rd meal.
Consecutive meal.
Yeah, this year.
Without taking a break.
And Nolan stood up.
I could arrange something for you.
Well,
Trust me, we'll work it out.
I had fun. I like New York. It's a great city. The people are real. That's
Yeah.
what I like. It
Yeah.
seems like no matter what, you could hit them with a car and they'd go, all right, I got to get to work. You know, it's not a big deal. It's like, yeah, you hit me, but I'm still going to work. But
That's the spirit of this town,
Yeah, I
yeah.
liked it. It was great.
Yeah, and the weather's nice, too, now, too.
The weather's beautiful
this
here
is
right
pleasant.
now. Yeah, I'm from Minnesota where you die from the winter.
Really? It kills everybody, and then they have to regenerate the population very quickly?
People, actually, they say people live longer there, but because people always call you. I moved to California, and people in the Midwest traditionally call and go. You know, when there's an earthquake, well, I say, "Are you okay?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine. And I might, you know what I mean? It's just because out there it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Once you've been through them,
You get used to it.
And I always say to them when they're from Minnesota, I say, well, you know, you have to wait till the spring to find your dead. Well, you know, the spring comes, the snow melts. There's Earl. He never made it home from that party. Those are good gloves.
That explains a lot.
But yeah, the weather's nice. Actually, I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico.
Oh,
and do
really?
a
Because there's a
show.
hurricane down there.
And there was a hurricane, and I said, and they called and said the show's canceled. Mm-hmm. And I said, do I get paid? And they said no. And I said, oh man, that's not right.
No, not right at all.
But it was hard. I always think people that live in those areas, like every year, isn't there a hurricane there? I mean,
There's like 6 hurricanes there right
yeah,
now.
every year.
Vying for time, yeah.
And don't these people get it? So shouldn't they build something that's real permanent, or? Because every year they warn them, hey, Hurricane Louie is coming at 600-mile-an-hour winds. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna stick it out. We're gonna put some plastic on the windows. You know.
That'll work fine.
And you always see afterwards the house is dilapidated, and they're talking to the same people. Well, we're gonna rebuild. The Sony's still working. But I mean, you know, it's always like people in flood areas. The same thing every year.
Thing.
Yeah, you always know those people. They have those high water marks on their. There's always that one shot in the helicopter. Those 3 people on the roof with a keg. You know. And they go, what channel will we be on?
They just keep the keg up
There's
there.
a dog like this, you know, for hours. Oh man, where's a tree? And so I'm not going there, and I'm going to go back home.
You're going to go back home and
back
take
to
care.
California.
Yeah. Can you hang on one sec? Because I actually want to do a commercial and talk to you some more.
Okay,
You all right
great.
with that?
Sure.
Hang on one sec. When we do a commercial, we'll have Louie Anderson when we come back. Stick around. We're back. I'm here with Louie Anderson, and we didn't get a chance to talk about Life with Louie. This is your new show.
Right.
Is that right? It's an animated program.
Animated show. I never realized how hard it would be to make an animated show.
No. Well,
I mean, it was a lot of work. It's like thousands of people.
Yeah, I worked on The Simpsons a few years ago, and people don't realize it was just a ton of people working around the clock just to make one episode.
It's 24 hours, 24 days, or is it? No, it's 24 weeks. I knew I'd get it. It's 24 weeks to make one half-hour show.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not worth it.
It's just not.
It's just not. That's not a good deal. I got very little. I got like $1 a minute.
Yeah, not a good deal at all.
No, I'm used to getting at least 3. And no, it was actually it was a great experience because I took my family and all that material from my family growing up and put it in an animated situation. We could exaggerate it and make it fun. And
now there's a character in there who's based on your father. Is that right?
That's right, Conan. That's how Dad talked. Hey, Andy, saw you in that wig. That's right.
Your dad sounds a little like Roseanne, I think.
I knew Roseanne. No, my dad is this real ornery character from my act that that really came to life during this series, and it really worked. I mean, you know, it was a lot of fun. In fact, my dad's dead, and every time we did him, it was like he was there, which was terrible. I mean, if you knew my dad.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't a mean guy. Never hit us. Carried a gun. And, he never shot it. He just goes.
Much more effective.
Exactly.
What about your mom? Is your mom in this show too then?
My mom's in the show, and you know, you become your parents. Like, I can't throw a bag out.
Really?
It's really sick, because my mom would always go, "What are you doing?" "I'm throwing the." "Oh, well, that's a good bag." You can't get bags like that anymore. Well, how'd we get it? We're lucky. You know, she was just wacky like that. You know, she would. My mom would point out things to you that made no sense when she was driving. She was, you know, Shirley's daughter works in that building, Louie. And Shirley is? Oh, you know her. She's got that little blind chihuahua. Right, Mom. Did you take your pills today, Mom? But so you know, that we tried to incorporate that kind of stuff of my mom being that real person, and my dad being, you know, the only time I ever saw my dad emotional was when he'd find boxes the grocery store was throwing out. Oh my God, they're throwing these boxes away! Jesus, Louie, get them! We'll put your mom's bags in them.
You connect with him emotionally at that moment.
I mean, that was it. I go, all right, Dad, sure, let's take the boxes. You know, so it was those kind of things. And I didn't realize how many people had kind of crazy family members, because people come up to me all the time and say, you know, my mom and dad were a lot like yours.
Now, are you worried at all that, you know, you describe your mother and your father, are you going to become the same kind of person, really? I mean, do you think you will?
Yeah, I think I am. I mean, I remember my dad, you know, wearing boxer shorts, and people would come over and he'd be digging them out of his ass, you know? I mean, that's what dads do. I know that sounds terrible, but he'd be going, "Hey, nice to meet you." You know, and the whole family go, "Oh my God." You know, and I never thought I'd wear I woke up one day and I had them on. I go, "When did the transition happen?"
They just grew, yeah.
Right. I fart when I pee now.
Oh.
So.
All right. That's funny. I don't remember asking. Well, I'm thinking back, and I didn't ask.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it in an offensive way. People are always offended by that, but I mean, everybody, you know, their dad. That was my dad's signature piece. A lot of people do The Wizard of Oz. My dad did that.
His finest work. Now, so now you're leaving here.
I didn't mean to gross you out.
No, you didn't gross me out at all. I enjoyed it. That's my character. I'm replaying it in my mind now as we speak. Now, I understand you're leaving now, and it's right back on the road for you. Is that right?
Yeah, going to Vegas, Bally's, the 14th through the 27th.
Okay, I think we got that. Yeah, 14 through 27.
Yeah, and then I'm going, where the hell am I going? Well, there's a Winchell's open all night.
So you're in good shape.
Yeah.